taker. it is time. What is up, everybody? Hello, Ronnie. Good to see everybody back. Probably just Ronnie right now, but hey, it's still cool. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I've been wanting to play this for a while, and then got distracted trying to speedrun Bayonetta, which I think is murdering me again, which would not be surprising. But yeah, Sargnarg and Sargnarg to Hardge Harg. My favorite. If you don't know what it is, it's actually a film cal video. Which is absolutely insane. I'm sure I'll play it later at some point during the stream, but it's film cal. I mean, he's the guy who did, of course, as you know, Charlie the Unicorn, and, you know, a little thing about Carl. You know, something involved llamas and eating hands. I don't know, it's something weird, but yeah, he did that too. So, but we're not going to be doing that tonight. We're going to be playing Sonic 3, which is kind of a different version you've probably never seen before, because it came out not too long ago. This is known as Sonic 3 A.I.R, which is, I think it's Angel Island Remix, which is Sonic 3 and Knuckles together, but it actually has a couple different enhancements to it, and it's been put out for everybody to play for free. So let's get that going. I think I have it in here. Sonic 3. There we go. Angel Island Revisited, not Remix. Yes, Mittens is awesome. That's another great one. I also like the CIA horse. He's got a lot of great videos. I also liked his Detective America Detective. You know, what was it? Detective, like, Heart of America? It's like where like the eagle statue did like an entire freaking movie of it, went through like 50 of those eagle statues entirely. Yeah, so upscaling. We'll leave it sharp. Scan lines, make it all darker for you, make it harder to see. Oh. No, we will definitely not be doing that. Alright, background blur, none. So you can leave it original or smooth the rotation so it looks a little smoother. Hurt me. All sorts of neat stuff. Graphics, audio. That's a slight difference. I mean, I can hear it with like headphones on. Leon remastered. Let's see. Gameplay. So you can have Tails that also changes as well. Like before, like he could still assist you, like helping you fly up and around all over the place, but you had to have player 2 do it, like press up and take control of them. Now with this version, you can just hold up and hit jump, and Tails will automatically grab you. And if you hold down, I think holding up, it'll fly you wherever you want to go, which is pretty cool. I think this also has... I think this has a drop dash as well. But yeah, Sonic 3 is my absolute favorite of the entire Sonic series. A lot of people say Sonic 2, but for me it's Sonic the Hedgehog 3. It's just, I think it's the best overall thing. But I remember being so confused when Sonic and Knuckles came out, because I'm thinking, man, this game is so hard. I didn't quite get it because I didn't own a Sega Genesis at the time. It wasn't until like about maybe a year after I finally got my first Genesis. But yeah, Sonic and Knuckles is actually the back end of Sonic 3. They had to split the game into 2 carts because it was too big, which is why it connects together and forms the full complete game. But this is basically redone. Everything's in full 60 frames per second until Twitch decides to drop, which it's done already, so 300 frames. It's all been redone in correct 16:9 aspect. It's all pretty cool. So does it have drop dash? Nope, no drop dash for right now. It might be something you can add in. Let's see what server I'm on. let's see. Output stream, Toronto, which shouldn't be too bad. I mean, it's close enough to where I'm at. We'll see if I get another frame drop. 1 second. Let me see how bad it is on the stream. Video stats, about 3.5 seconds, manageable. Okay. But yeah, like Sega Genesis, I didn't quite own until, like I said, it was probably about 95, 96, I want to say. Oh, that's neat, a little after image. Alright, Blue Spheres level. Hope nobody gets motion sickness. Oh, screwed up. I was thinking like, okay, well, how much lag is on this? Not really a whole lot, so that's awesome. Yeah, I actually own 2 Sega Genesis. I have my original Model 1, which is the last revision of it, which is total garbage. It's like the worst one you could own, just about. I think this is maybe a rock you can push. Nope. Okay, it's not gonna let me do it that way. Whee! Smooth scaling! Sister got her Genesis... Sister got her kids' Genesis back in 95, 96. Yep, I bought mine off my friend Doug. Then friend Doug. Oh, they changed it. They used to be safe. Alright, attempt number 2. Yeah. Yep, he did, and then it was like right as the scandal broke out that he liked kids a little too much, like way too much. And then they basically had to remove him out from the game soundtrack. And then there's reports of, well, he wasn't happy with the Genesis, how it sounded, and I can't blame him for that if that's true, because Genesis sound is something that's not really a lot of people like. It's kind of an acquired taste, I can honestly say. If you get a good Genesis, then it sounds a lot better, but it was up to the programmers a lot of times to determine, like, how they wanted the system to sound. And Michael Jackson was a control freak, very hands-on about how he wanted his stuff to sound, so I could believe that too. It might have just been a couple different things, but a lot of his stuff is still in the game. Like, the music for Ice Cap Zone is kind of like a single he had put out, like A Stranger in Moscow, I think the song was called. And it's like just a slower version of the song, or actually a faster version of the song, I should say. Somebody, like, slowed it down and went, wait a minute. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, as much as I hate Yuzo Koshiro, because he's a horrible plagiarist, it's like he really did figure out how to get the sound chips to work really well together and got some really good results out of it. But then again, wow, this is really sucking me all the way back up here. Slow down, game. But then you have, like, other developers who figured it out too, like Treasure did a lot of good stuff with their sound chips. Treasure, of course, did things like... Okay, just... It's not gonna go back. Treasure did Gunstar Heroes, a couple other games as well. But yeah, it was pretty much up to the developers, like, if they were going to put in the time and the effort to really get the two chips to work together. And a lot of times, it just didn't quite feel like it. They didn't quite know what to do with it. Sega, for the most part, has had, until the Dreamcast, had like a very... Really, game? Come on. Had a kind of like wonky setup for their hardware. Because basically they kept trying to put, like, backwards compatibility into games, which is what the original, like, two sound chip, like, the two chips was in the Sega Genesis. Like, the other one was basically, like, it was so you could play Mega Drive games on it. Not Mega Drive games, but, Master System, that's what I was trying to think of what it was. So they're like, well, okay, well, we're not making games for it right now. Why don't we just program it to help use it for an extra sound channel? So that's pretty much all I could do on it. It was just not strong enough. Ah, crap. Tried to hit jump again. Did not get the timing right. See, this is one of the bubbles. We'll see. Nope. Oh yeah, especially because I mean, Super Nintendo was by far and away had the slower processor, but it did have like a better sound chip in it overall. I just preferred it better with the sampling versus, you know, what eventually became what it is now, which is like, you know, like the Genesis is more traditional FM sounding music is what it is, FM chip, but Super Nintendo was using samples, which kind of became the norm for a little bit before CDs kind of took over. I heard that they changed this up. Yes, they did. Okay, it's like, oh, interesting, you just can't run full speed and stay ahead of it all anymore. Interesting. That's a neat change-up. Yeah, but like I said, it wasn't until, like, probably about 6 years ago I learned that the Genesis had multiple revisions. And every single one had a different sound chip involved. And the one that I have is literally one of the worst you could ever have. For like sound and everything else, it's just garbage. It sounds almost like an at-game system, but not as bad. It's not out of tune. But yeah, it's pretty horrible. So then my friend Pat, he's like, where he lives in Texas. Wow, right off the edge. He has like access like to a whole bunch of different retro stores. It's easy to get a hold of. So he was able to get me a good Model 2 Genesis with good sound, so that made all the difference in the world. And then it's like, holy crap, these games actually sound really good. Okay, it's like, maybe I can keep running fast. Yep, pretty much. I get the first shot. Yeah, the Genesis can only do like 64 colors on screen at once. But it did have a faster processor, like almost, I think it was almost 7 megahertz, where the Super Nintendo was about 3 megahertz, but could do like 512 colors. The thing is, though, is like the Super Nintendo also came out years after the Sega Genesis. Like, the Sega Genesis came out in 88 in Japan, I believe it was, or 89? And Super Nintendo Famicom was like 2 years later. I hate water stages. There we go. Oh, what? What was that? I don't think that was supposed to happen there. Pretty sure that wasn't normal. Getting caught on corners. There we go. Ah, I can never do that one right. And Twitch is trying to drop frames again. Let's see. Nope. Okay. Twitch servers still suck. My case is still open with them, too. Run on Zavata! Don't stop! Don't need the air. Ah, just not enough to make it up there. Yeah, so while this is pretty good, there's still some problems with it. Like right there, it's not letting me up. Some weird gameplay stuff, but it's not too bad for a fan creation. Yeah, trying to redo Sonic 3 with more modern aspect and techniques. Wow, it started me off running right away, okay. Yeah, by the way, being on drugs right now for back problems, not the best way to try to do these levels. It's like, oh god, my reaction speeds have been dulled already. Now this is even worse. So you used to be able to get, like, all the Chaos Emeralds in Super Sonic by, like, at least, I think, the 3rd level. At least I'm not trying to do this on an Xbox 360 pad. Oh man, that would have been horrible. Yay, I got one finally. Jump! Oh no, I got it. Wasn't able to do the secret Chaos Emerald skip that only I know and nobody else, and miraculously for some reason my capture card stopped working whenever I tried to get it, and yeah, you'll understand. Is it still there? No, it locked me in. Okay, yes, must remember how to fight this boss. The dish... Oh yeah, this is the washing machine boss, I call him. And he's not hard, thankfully. I think there's something right here. Nope, there wasn't. Alright. Whoa, what happened? Lost control. Game, come on. There we go. Holy crap. Windows decided, like, we're gonna bring out different ones here. Ugh. Like I said, I've had a history of renaming things that I don't know what the names for, giving my own twist. And that's just been one of them. Washing machine boss. Wow, okay, that was, I'm pretty sure not supposed to happen like that, but I'll take it. I've actually had that thing crush me once. I came out just the wrong time, and that thing just, like, pinched me right into the wall. I was like, well, that's interesting. That's a good one. I like that, though. Okay, game, I need you to work with me here. Okay, making progress. Slowly up the pillars. What? Okay, game, if you say so. That was my own fault. Okay. Did I just get bad timing for the pillars? Probably. Ah. I don't remember these pillars. I must have gone a different way before, because there's multiple routes you can go in Sonic. There's always a high, middle, and low. I have to say though, if you want a really hard game, and people say I'm crazy when I say this, well, pillars blocked me. But Sonic the Hedgehog 1 is a pretty difficult game. Because everyone talks about like how fast Sonic is, but like if you play number 1, you don't go fast a lot of times. You do in like the first level, and then after that, it's like slow, tedious platforming with enemies constantly in your way. Chuckles, no! Oh, just missed getting the bubble shield. Yes, it's like, please play nice. Just for once, dude. I know you got problems. We all do. I'm sorry, you know, but you're the reason that Sonic can, you know, is getting divorced from your mom. It really is your fault. You gotta love Robotnik, though. I mean, he constantly makes these constant, like, over-elaborate attacks, like machines to try to kill Sonic. But he always seems to put in this glaring, like, weakness. And at one point, there's, like, none of his minions go, wait a minute, dude, why are you putting this giant flashing red weakness spot into it? It's like, it's totally not necessary. Nah, I hate Tails. In this game, he's a pain in the butt. Because, especially later on, where you're trying to land jumps, and he's like jumping after you do, because he mimics your movements for the most part. So you're trying to get like a platform going or something, and he just like starts screwing up momentum, which is a problem in, I think, the next level? So I usually play without Tails. Nope, not this level. It's the other one I'm trying to think of, like Casinopolis, I think it is. I think this is the one that has the infinite, yeah, this is like infinite or something like that. One of these parts just starts looping all over the place, all over again. I thought there was something there. Nope. Yes, I know it saddens many people. But I'm more of a fan of Sargnarg versus Tolls. Oh, this is a part for Knuckles. Now, Tails is a lot of fun, like, if you play him by himself, or with, like, somebody else's player 2, but, like, in player 1, in this game, it can just be maddening. Okay, so the game's not gonna spin me on the hard ground? There we go. It's like, eventually I'll get it. Knuckles was kind of a neat introduction, you know, to flying and stuff, but he's just kind of slow and floaty, of course, which is what he does, but it changed things up. I was more surprised with Knuckles being compatible with Sonic 2. I thought that was like the most interesting thing that ever happened to the Sonic franchise. Like, okay, Sonic 3, having learned like the whole history of the game, like how Sonic and Knuckles was actually like the back end of this game, it was just too big, they had to split it in 2 different carts. Didn't really tell people like that for years. Instead, sorry, I had to get a drink. You know, then, like, so I can understand Knuckles being able to, like, you know, Sonic and Knuckles lock in the cart, have him play in the earlier levels of this game. Sure, that's cool, but to put him in, like, be able to put it into Sonic 2, which I'm pretty sure, which is even, conceived of back then, that's pretty awesome. It's like early ROM hack, if you will, but official. Oh no, you suck. Like, bonus level, and we're gonna steal all your rings. Deal with it. Pardon me. Anything over this way? Of course there is. Oh yeah, baby. Probably won't be able to hold on to this for a while, but I like this shield. Really? Game's like, yeah, we're gonna hold out the momentum until you get over here. That's just cheap. I thought these guys died in one hit. Multiple hits, I guess. Okay. Tried to jump over it, didn't want to. Okay, 3 hits for those statue guys. Game, knock it off. I wanna go this way. Must see what is up. Nothing. Okay, I have to go this way. Never mind. Shut up, game. You don't know. You don't know nothing. Must ask the age-old question. If you backseat a game and the person playing loses, that make you Princess Diana. Ooh. Maybe if you're being, like, chased by other people, then maybe? I swear this is not like this in the original game. I don't remember this section at all. So this is the A.I.R version, so I don't know how much things have been remixed or changed around. Okay, so you can't spin dash on it. It just flips you right off. Hey, X-Ray Tech. Yeah, that's Ronnie. You get used to it. It's just how his sense of humor is. Okay, respawn. Good. I swear they've replaced all the bonus stages here. Like, you don't have... Remember the one that, like, flung you up like a pinball machine, and you had to keep, like, going off the sides? Not like this, but I mean, like, more... You go up to the top and you have, like, a gotcha, like, a machine. Like, it just keeps me this one. It's really weird. Wow, the shield actually reflected something this time. That's bizarre. Oh, in other news, Castlevania Games is finally sending me my RetroTink after 2 months. I think there's something right about here. Yeah! Alright. What humor. Well, either you missed it there, Cloud, or you think it's not funny, or who knows? It could be lots of things. It's the internet. It's a special place. And I'm also playing video games and slightly distracted, but that's okay. That's just normal because I'm distracted anyway. Hey, Sargnarg. Oops, that was great. I am the pro player. I claim that this is my favorite game of the Sonic franchise. Clearly, I have not played it in a long time. Pardon me. Okay, I need you to start running. There you go, buddy. Good job. Alright. I'll explain the whole Sargnarg and Sargnarg to Hardge Harg in a minute. As soon as I get done with this level, I'll play the YouTube clip in question. It's by a YouTuber named Film Cow, who's made such things as Charlie the Unicorn and Llamas with Hats, just to name a few. Hey! This is the one I've been waiting for! I'll take the flame shield. Wow, okay, that was cheap. That's like Sonic 1 cheap. I remember not liking this level, but I also remember it being like a lot of like traps where you keep repeating the same thing over and over and over until you like break off the path and then it stops looping. But I'm playing the Angel Island remix, so it's like I'm guessing they might have removed those things because I'm not running into them anywhere. I'm running into all sorts of different things that I don't remember being there. No, that would have waited for me to like come down and hit me as soon as I landed after a jump. Like exact frame. If it was SNK. I don't know what it is, but I can hit that drill perfectly. Okay. Yay, finally hit the boss. Thank God. It's like I can't quite see him. I don't know where I'm at right now. Thank you, Tails. Or should I call him Tolls? Okay, so the game killed me because Tails was unable to grab me. Because the computer got hit, it killed me. I don't like Tails. Thanks, game. You want to jump and hit him? No, no. Not allowed. Okay, good, it didn't kill me this time. Thanks. Carnival Night Zone. This is where you really, really do not want Tails, but right now we're going to take a slight little 2-minute detour. And if you've never seen Sargnarg, the Hardge Harg, you're going to completely understand exactly what the title's about and what I'm referencing here. So let me turn up the desktop audio real quick.
God, what a day!
Okay, so that seems to be about just right for the audio. So give me a second, we're going to flip to full screen, and I'll let you guys savor the amazement that is Sargnarg, the Hardge Harg. Maybe it doesn't want to go to the desktop. I guess Sonic 3 is... Okay, there we go. Sonic 3 is overriding it. Alright, here we go.
God, what a day this is. Look at the sky. Look at the majesty and beauty of Earth and life.
Sargnarg! Sargnarg the Hardge Harg! Oh damn, oh fuck!
Tolls, what's wrong? You're all sweaty and slimy and filthy and God, you're wonderful.
Hey, my name's Tolls. They call me that because I collect tolls down at the freeway. It's a tax to keep the roads upkept. It's really the only way society stays together.
Yes, I know who you are. I said your name. You were the best man at my wedding. To you, we're married. We're in love. It's been the best years of our lives.
Sargnarg, Dr. Rabargnarg is doing some shit. He's doing all this shit. It's terrible. It's wonderful. You have to see it. You have to see it, Sargnarg. I got shot. I'm shot. I'm dying.
No, Tolls! God damn it, my beautiful wife and husband, my best dude. Who did this to you?
It was Rabargnarg. It was crazy. I loved it. I loved every second, but then I was shot. Fuck.
If only we had 5 or 10 more years, we might have finally made that trip we've been talking about. Remember that trip?
I remember the trip, Sargnarg. The tolls were too high, ironically, and we couldn't afford it. I die unfulfilled, but filled with love for Sargnarg, you, and Dr. Rabargnarg's crazy shit. That thing he's doing is amazing. You have to see it and stop it. Shut it down. Shut down the government, Sargnarg.
You have my word, Tolls. I'm shutting everything down. It's all over. Life is over.
Hey, is he okay, man? Hey, is he alright?
He's dead, Dr. Rabargnarg. No thanks to you.
Oh, damn. Well, that's no good. I'm sorry, Sargnarg the Hardge Harg.
What is this thing Tolls was telling me about? This unbelievable, terrible thing that I absolutely must see.
Oh, did he build it up like that? There's no way I can meet expectations now. It's not that big a deal, you know?
One man is dead, Rabargnarg. Over this nonsense, you'd better hand it over. Let me see it. Let me peek into your world.
Well, okay, Sargnarg. Close your eyes. This isn't a trick or anything. It just works better if you see it all at once.
If I open my eyes and what I see is anything less than wondrous and angelic and evil, a beautiful divine hell, then by God, you've got some explaining to do.
Well, God, I said don't build it up like that. It's just not gonna meet those sorts of expectations.
I'm doing it. My eyes are closing, Rabargnarg.
Okay, well, you can open your eyes now, I guess. Oh my God.
Oh, I love Film Cow. He is just so absolutely bonkers insane. So this is the guy who did Charlie the Unicorn, Llamas with Hats, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So yeah, it's crazy stuff. But that's the inspiration behind the title today for Sargnarg and Hardge Harg. Now you understand completely. Alright, so let me pardon me, down the audio back again, so the game does not blow out your eardrums. And Tails is freaking out already. Good job, Tails. You can stop, buddy. Okay, I'm pretty sure that this is a glitch. This is interesting. Oh yeah, the kickbox is great. Yeah, so this thing here, usually you don't jump on it, you just do up and down on your D-pad, and it will fling you up higher. Which the game does not tell you, so later on in the game, you're like literally desperately trying to get past this one part, you just get stuck forever. And you can do it by jumping, but it's incredibly rare to have it actually work. If you have Tails, it's impossible. Can't remember where the Mario one is, though. I remember seeing it, though, but... I remember there being a Mario one, but I just can't remember exactly what it is. Of course, I get hit by the slowest moving thing. Yep, that's what I do here. High quality gameplay. Hold on 1 second. My stream is super delayed. Okay, there we go. Weird. Every once in a while, like, Twitch window just goes, like, super delayed for timing. I don't know why that is, because Twitch is really bizarre. Okay. Ah yes, the breakout clone boss. He gets destroyed by his own weapon. That's great. Okay, move on. Such a great place for invincibility. Do nothing. No enemies. Yay! Finally found another bonus room. And I'm screwed. Oops. Good job, again. Setting the best casual speedrun world record. It's like, I don't even know if I'm heading the right way or not. Probably not. Okay, so it's forcing me this way, so I don't know, loop me way far back, okay. Stop. Trying to kill my momentum, it's like, nope. Keep going. Yeah, you think that wouldn't be that good of an influence for children, but here he is. Gambling, always casino-opolises. He's got a real problem. It's like, I'm really close to a 1-up. Please just let me get it. Okay. Alright, so what's this bonus? Hey, it's Chuckles behind an invisible wall. Okay. Come closer, I will kill you. Yes, it's not for reasons you understand either. It's like for counting cards. It's the reason why Sonic's banned. Let's wait for that attack to despawn. Good job, game. Wouldn't surprise me. I don't know, I used to be able to count cards up to like 5 decks, which is not that impressive because most casinos actually have up to 10 inside their shoe. Yeah, so if you have tails right here, and if you don't know if you do up and down on the control D-pad is how you're supposed to get past this part, it's infuriating. Because you're trying to jump and build that momentum, and he's jumping there with you and slowing you down. Yeah, I used to be able to count up to 5 decks, which is nothing, like I said. Except for that one time I was in a casino in North Dakota, and they had exactly 5 decks in their shoe. So, yeah. So one, I wasn't supposed to be in the casino because I was under 18 at the time. But the thing is, though, I've always looked older than I am, so they didn't really think that I was underage. Because, I mean, think about it. How many, like, people underneath the age of 17 do you know have male pattern baldness or are losing their hair? Not too many. It all started with my friend said the phrase, "Hey man, let's go camping." I'm like, cool. I'll bring my survival stuff. He's like, no, bring your Dreamcast. I'm like, what? So his idea of going camping with his family, who are all a bunch of gambling addicts, I should mention, found that a little part two about him, was parking in a casino and sleeping in like a camper, like a Winnebago. That was his idea of camping. So yeah, so I just pretty much spent my time in the casino at that point, doing some gambling. I decided to walk away when I hit about $300 on the blackjack table. And next time they went camping, I said no. Yeah, this one's always confusing me. I never remember exactly where I need to go on this one. Blink. You suck. Alright. Is this anything good? Is this another shield one? Yeah, pretty much like, oh, it's really camping, you know, we're outside in our camper. I'm like, no, we're not. We're hooked up to electricity, and we have a buffet inside to eat from, and a pool. It was like, this is nothing. It was like, you come camping with me, it's like, you better know how to start a fire. Camping, or as homeless people say, just living like they normally do outdoors. Okay, momentum, I'd like you to stop shifting. Holy crap, the game is really throwing me to the left. It does not want me to get back up to the slot. Yeah, it's giving me junk! Yay, another 2 rings. This is amazing. Totally worth it. 10 out of 10. Knuckles just, you know, and Sonic just stands here like, yeah, I couldn't have been possibly something bad at all going on. Everything seems fine. Okay, so I can't hit that thing at all. Got it. Oh, that's right. I'm trying to think, like, what's the gimmick for this boss? Okay, what's his hitbox? Okay, so you can hit him sometimes, but not every time. So 60% of the time it works 100% of the time. Got it. Oh yeah, that was the thing too, Ryan. It's like, we didn't see his parents at all. The entire time we were at the casino, they spent the entire time gambling. Oh, and it just threw away my ring now. Nice. And it kept my time of 8 minutes? Wow, because I mean, this game is supposed to basically kill you at 10. Good God, I'm just trying to, like, I wasn't even trying to attack him. I was like, okay, let's just jump over him. Yeah, they have a horse track here. Actually, it's a dog track, it's not a horse track. The miniature horses, as they like to call them. They have that here in town. I have no idea how well they're doing. There's also a casino, which I've never been to, because I don't need to set my money on fire. I can do that by myself, just good enough. Okay, I really wanted to find hitbox for this dude now, because, like, certain things attack him sometimes, others not. Yeah, if I have to wait him out the entire time, I'm gonna die from a timeout. Well, that's the thing, Ronnie. You're gonna be constantly around them. They're everywhere in Vegas. I mean, it's like you go to a restaurant and it's technically a casino because they have a slot machine. Yeah, it's gonna time me out at this rate. So basically it's like I have to take a continue because there's no way to beat him within the time limit. Unless somebody has a faster strat to tell me, because I don't speedrun this, I don't have a clue how. Yeah, that's called bad programming. Where you have the timer locked into for wherever you are in a stupidly long level. Nope, can't even hit him there, so no more hitbox. White Castle is not that great. It is highly overrated, and the only people who really profess it tend to be major stoners, because they don't know any better. It's adequate food, but it's nothing special. It's not like a holy grail, like, oh my god, you know. Kind of like how Californians talk about In-N-Out Burger, stoners tend to talk about White Castle that way. It's really nothing special. I mean, like, the ones you may see in, like, the freezer section of a grocery store are pretty much the exact same ones you buy there. Alright, so, to stop wasting everybody's time, 3. Let's see if there's a faster way to do this. You guys like, oh yeah, it's really easy there. You don't need the insta shield. It's like, you have the lightning shield, so you can't get hit by his boss technique at all. So it's like, okay, that's real useful. Jack in the Box is great. I love Jack in the Box. It is a little bit pricier for the food because some kid died from E. coli, I should say, not E. coli. E. coli, the electronic cola. But they're pretty good. They used to have, what was it, the sourdough, yeah, the Sour Jack Melt, I think they called it. That was really good. That was my go-to burger for Jack in the Box. Alright, so this is a Michael Jackson song. So, if you're not familiar with it, Michael Jackson did work on this music, and this is clearly one of the songs that he did, and which is still left in the game. Okay, so here we go. Oh, you took it away. I feel like I'm trapped in an endless loop forever. Oh man, a Pollo Loco is freaking amazing. It is like the one thing that I really miss. We had a guy, when I was working for West before they got bought out, and then laid us all off pretty much. We turned down the music a little loud, looked like a little too loud on stream. We had a guy visiting from Texas. He's like, what do you guys got there in Erie? It's like, nothing good. He's like, do you have an Pollo Loco? My coworkers are like, what is he talking about? I'm like, it is a great chicken place. Real tasty, good stuff. Their beans, fresh tortillas, you name it. They had no idea what it was. So yeah, that's one of the things like I really, really miss. We do not have that here, as you are well aware. That's right. See, what I miss, also, like, about Tucson, was, I've talked about it before. Okay, I just gotta remember to go the other way and stop doing the same stupid stuff over and over again. Which is, let's see, the things I missed there were El Maguey, not El Maguey, gosh, I'm drawing a blank on what it's called now. Getting too distracted. Alright, hold on a second. Los Betos, that's what I'm trying to think of. Los Betos is 24-hour Mexican restaurants in Arizona. And they are great. Oh no! I have 9 continues, whatever will I do? Oh, turn too slow. Okay. I remember my reactions weren't totally shot by pain medications. It was awesome. I could do these no problem. Now, not so much, as you are clearly seeing. But yet somehow I'm still able to speedrun Bayonetta 2, which requires, like, you be able to hit, like, 3 frames tricks. 3 frame windows. Well, it's not too bad, 3 frames at least. Yeah, I used to be able to be big tortillas, but then of course I had my weight loss surgery, so not so much anymore. Now I'm all with the small, you know, fajita style or street taco size. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it is, but unfortunately the Chipotles where I live are absolutely god-awful. Which is why I tell people, like, I do not like Chipotle, and they're like, how could you not like Chipotle? It is god! It's like, where I live, it's really terrible service. It's like, I've had to, like, write corporate about how terrible everything is before, and that's, like, really rare for me to do. I mean, they are known for, like, shutting down lines because they don't have food type deal. They're like, well, you know, it's like, somebody, like, we're out of white rice. This actually happened one time. They were out of cilantro lime rice, so they shut down serving anybody. Everybody completely was like, nope, you can't get anything. Not until we get it, like, more made. No, what was it? No, it was brown. That's right, it was brown rice. It wasn't even, like... Yeah, I'm getting it wrong, like, how terrible it was. But yeah, it was, like, they were out of brown rice, so they refused to serve anybody at all until they got more made. I'm like, I don't want brown rice. I just want cilantro rice, like normal. And then, like, treat me like I was, like, the worst person there to ever come to the store. And then, like, so that they go to serve me, and it's like, they have, like, no portion control at the store either. It's like, you go, and you'll see them, like, serving people, like, so much stuff that, like, they can't close containers just about. And then, like, you know, for me, because, like I said, like, hey, I don't want brown rice, I just want to get my normal stuff and get my food and go. They just, like, give me, like, half a spoon. It's like, are you kidding me? So I went to the other location in town, tried it with them, and it was still awful. I mean, it was still like wildly inconsistent portion controls and everything else, and corporate's like, no, it's supposed to be all the same, and we strive to do better and stuff, and let me give you a free meal. I'm like, I don't want your free food because I'm not going back because you guys suck. So when I went down to IUP, where my brother goes to college, they have a Chipotle down there, and I'm like, ah, crap, I really don't want to go to Chipotle, and his is great. His is perfect. No problems whatsoever. Everyone gets served the same stuff. It's same size, same amount. You know, it's like, okay, this I'm okay with. Did the music mess up? It sounds like it's just playing a backing track. Okay, there we go. Yeah, don't get those. Those are bad. Okay, game. Ice physics. Yeah, it's called Erie, Pennsylvania. I don't suggest ever coming for a visit. If you're driving, just don't stop. Keep going. We are the cultural butthole of America. Sargnarg the Hardge Harg. Alright, another bonus level for me to screw up. Alright. Too slow. Oh, that'd be good. I'm trying to get away from here, but of course gotta get my back taken care of first. Get employed, which is not too hard. So I'm still being headhunted for jobs that I cannot work because my back sucks. Like, please don't put a platform there, that'd be terrible. Oh no, not again. Ah. Really? The back exhaust hurts me? Alright. But keep in mind, I do live here intentionally. I had to, because I was living in Michigan, right as the economy took a crap and the automotive industry went out of business. And when you live in Michigan, in a town that had a car part manufacturing plant, you cannot get employed at all anywhere. The unemployment rate for Michigan, they said, was 20%. It was actually closer to 60. When McDonald's won't hire anybody, you know it's bad. So then I moved here after 7 months of being unable to get a job and got hired in 2 weeks. I was like, alright. Yeah, right into him. Take that. Showed you. feel like I'm inside of a Michael Bay movie. Go, 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 go! Yeah, so I'd still like to be able to get out to, like, Dallas, Texas, because, like I said, Dallas is actually one of the growing hubs of IT in the entire country. They're still looking for people like crazy. But I was offered a job for $70,000 here, which I could not take because of my back. There's no way I could have worked it. Where am I going? Man, where is a checkpoint in this level? It's not. I have a friend who lives in that area, so... It's hot, I'm allergic to sunlight, but you know what? It's like you gotta go where the money's at. And the money be there. Thanks, game. Hidden bumper. Hey, a checkpoint. All right. Sweet. Oh, I was so close to a checkpoint the last time. Okay. There we go. I was like, oh no, did I hit the fire on the way out? Oh, I got the fire at the last second. Electric shield is where it's at. Okay, game. Just kill my momentum. This is actually Sonic 3 and Knuckles together. This is what's called Sonic A.I.R, which is like Angel Island Remix, I think it is. It's free to download. Give me a second here. If you have the Sonic 3 and Knuckles ROM on Steam, which is like $1 if you don't have it individually, it's part of like the Sega collection. So it's like, it gives you a lot of different things like you can actually put in it and do, like you can actually change it and like put in drop dash. It's got the full 16:9 aspect ratio and everything else, but here you go. You can check out more about it right here. So if you have Sonic 3 and Knuckles in Steam already, you just have to put it on your computer, and it'll automatically detect it when you go to install this. It'll say, oh, cool, here's your ROM, you're all set, and you got the full thing ready to go. And there's some minor changes I've been noticing. It's not 100% like Sonic 3 perfect there. It's like there's some changes to it. I've run into some interesting glitches here and there, but it's not bad. And I wasn't paying attention for where I'm supposed to be going, so now I'm confused more than usual. That's just me. Yep, it's Sonic 3 and Knuckles together. And what they did is, like, when you originally had Sonic 3 and Knuckles combined, when you got to the part where it switches over to the Knuckles part, it actually didn't play like the last boss that normally used to be there for Sonic 3, which is like this version of Robotnik. He's got like these big giant hands that grab onto you. Wow, I'm really sucking. And basically that boss gets removed and it just kind of transitions over to the next part of the game. But in this Sonic 3 and A.I.R, they actually... oh, I didn't know those were flames. They actually put it back in, so you still do that boss, which is pretty cool. Just minor little changes, you know? Smash in the face. Oops. But you do have the option of doing like Sonic with Tails or Knuckles or just Sonic as I do right now. One of the interesting things what they did with Tails, if you do Sonic and Tails together, is how he works for Buddy. So instead of having to do like a second player have to have like the controls and basically play along to help grab you, you can actually just have Tails just like hold up and jump, and Tails will automatically grab you, which is pretty nice. So you can have him fly you around without having to use a second controller or somebody else have to play with you. I love this game. Okay. That's what's supposed to happen. That's what didn't happen. Oh. Yeah, so if you're playing Sonic 3, this is normally, I think, the last level? Come on, give me rings. Ooh, 2! Or will I spend it all in one place? Stay tuned. Or not. I'm not your parents. Yeah, you're not my mom. Well, if I was your mom, I'd be very confused right now. I'm certain biology does not work that way. If it is, I've been doing things completely wrong. Which would explain why I don't have a girlfriend. Yeah, we'll blame it on that. That's the reason why I don't have a girlfriend. And it takes all my rings. Thanks. Hey, I get one ring out of it. Alright, cool. I'm making a comeback. As the game world keeps shifting. And it's eating inputs. I'm so glad I hit that, you know, so that way I can have all my rings taken from me. Makes me more humble. As I fight the thing from Contra that tries to swing you around and propel you into enemies. Speaking of Contra, they announced more games today for the Sega Genesis Mini Collection, I guess we're calling it, since we don't have an official name kind of for what I think it's called, the Mini? Yeah. But Contra Hardcore has been added to it, which is awesome. It's a great game. The Japanese version is far superior because you can get hit like 3 times before you die, whereas the American version is 1-hit kill, which is brutal. Thank you. It's Mimics! What's up, buddy? Good to see you again, as always. Just playing some Sonic 3 terribly. Which is like pretty much what I play every game on my stream, just not well. The mediocre. Should change my name to the Mediocreist. That's cool. Highly understandable if it's been a long day. Ooh, 3.5 weeks of that? Oh, that's gonna be killer. At least the end's in sight though, so definitely take it easy and relax. Oh, getting that just totally porked me. Awesome. Well, maybe we'll have to see. We'll have to see, Couch Lord. I mean, we can only hope, because I've heard some people say, like, today, like, man, I really wish the Sega Genesis Mini would have some RPGs on it, and I know Phantasy Star was, like, the big ones for people. Yeah. Alright, catch you next time. Don't work yourself to death. Remember, just 3.5 more weeks, you got it. You'll be home free and a lot richer. Hopefully a lot richer. That's the plan. Sonic Sewer Adventure! Hope he can hold his breath, good lord. I don't know, there's some kind of weird choices for the... like, the whole thing that's going on, like the Sega Genesis Mini, so... some odd game choices, like Japan's getting Musha, which is, like, stupidly expensive. Here in the States still, even in Japan, it's still expensive there too, but it's like... okay, why are they getting that? Why are we getting Thunder Force 3 instead of 4, which is regarded as the best of the series? You know, it's kind of questionable things like that, so... but I mean, no doubt, it's gonna get hacked in record time. So Castle of Illusion is really cool. I know people definitely like that game. Well, actually, a lot of people kind of mix it up with, was it Mickey Mouse and... Mickey's Magical Quest, I think it is, for the Super Nintendo. They usually get that mixed up for Castle of Illusion. Because I have a friend who used to speedrun Castle of Illusion, and people were like, wow, this, I don't remember this at all. It's like, this is on the Super Nintendo? No, it's Sega Genesis. But that's a good one, but then they have like the sequel to it on there, which didn't get a lot of play, and in my opinion is not that great of a game. And that's on there, so it's like, okay. I wish would have rather had Quackshot, in my opinion, on there, instead of like another one. And you have like games that are like double, like, okay, you got Sonic the Hedgehog, and then you have Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which I think a lot of people think is the better experience. That's why I said, like, for me, Sonic 3 is my personal favorite. But I know a lot of people who like Sonic 2 better, like, they think that's the best game overall. And, you know, you're entitled to your own wrong opinion, that's perfectly fine, but... it's kind of a weird thing, because, like, when they announced the game, the system in Japan, they're like, okay, America, you're getting Sonic 1, Japan, you're getting Sonic 2, and we're like, excuse me? I would like Sonic 2 as well, and then they announced more games, they're like, okay, well, you get Sonic 2 as well. We'll give it to you too. But anyway, as I was saying before, it's like, you know they're going to have this hacked in record time. So it's like, you're going to be able to put your own stuff on there, it's not going to be a problem. So like, even if your game isn't on there, you can put it on. It's not going to be a problem. It's like the Super Nintendo Classic. Okay, please hit him. Thank you. So normally, if you have Sonic and Knuckles together, this is where Sonic 3 would end. You go right into the Knuckles levels. Sonic and Knuckles, I should say, just not just the Knuckles. But this version of the game is supposed to let you fight the final boss of Sonic 3, and then you move on to the Knuckles levels. Yeah, World of Illusion. There you go, Cashler. Yeah, just looked at the chat and went, oh yeah, you typed up the game I was thinking of. Yeah, World of Illusion was the sequel, so... But I mean, whenever you get like a console like that, like the Sega Genesis Mini, there's always going to be somebody disappointed that it doesn't have X game. You know, like, why not this instead of that? And usually it has to do with licensing. It's like when people are already complaining about, like, why isn't Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtles, and, you know, why isn't the Hyperstone Heist in there? It's like, because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the license for that is a friggin' nightmare. But speaking of other emulation stuff, the biggest one that's come out recently was, for me, that I thought was really cool at first, and then I looked into it, no, wrong, is the Capcom that they're doing like this arcade stick together. Crap, I was hoping to get up there before it came out. But they announced this arcade stick, and what it is like it's like a Pandora basically, if you've ever seen those before. So it's basically like a Pandora. You have two arcade sticks side by side. It's under 3 feet, so you're gonna be kind of close, but you're not cramped. It's not like an arcade 1-up machine, which is like, even for like 4-year-olds, it's too small. But it only has 16 games. The big draw for me is like, cool, it's got Alien vs Predator. But it's $160 in the United States, 120... I think it's either 120 or 130 euros in Europe. It only has 16 games, but the thing is, though, is it's running Final Burn Alpha for its emulator. Which is like... It's... Basically, it's a free emulator, what it is. You can download a ROM set. Like, I have the full complete ROM set for like 13 gigs. And it has like over 1,000 games. So, you know this thing's going to get hacked in record time as well. And people are just going to put wherever the hell they want on it. Like, I would put, like, a full, complete ROM set on this bad boy. There we go. Now, this version here, I can't remember how to fight. So this will be interesting. And that's not how you do it. Alright, lost my ring. Outstanding. Okay, I can't attack it that way. I say it's been years since I fought this guy. So I can't quite remember exactly the trick to it. But yeah, the Capcom stick, not that impressed for. Okay, so I'm gonna see right now if it's going to come out and attack me down low, or nope, it's always high. Okay. So I mean, it's costing so much money. You're basically paying for Sanwa parts at that point, but I mean, you can build your own stick, or I would say even at that point, buy a Pandora, which has like the full Final Burn Alpha ROM set if you have to spend money. You can buy a Pandora 7, I think it is now, for like $150, $140. And you can replace it with your own buttons. I mean, a lot of stuff takes 30mm Sanwa buttons. You can put a JLF Sanwa stick in there and still spend less. It probably costs about another $50 in parts at that point. Still be cheaper than what Capcom's putting out. And you're not limited to just 16 games. You'll have over 1,000 at that point. When I do arcade streams, which I haven't done in a while, I play almost everything exclusively on Final Burn Alpha. It's like, unless I'm playing something like Street Fighter, the movie, the game, the War Crime, that's only like on MAME, or if I'm playing some kind of weird like Laserdisc game as well, that'll be on MAME. But everything else is like Final Burn Alpha. 'Cause it's pretty reliable. You can play crazy stuff like Jackie Chan's his fighting games he came out with, you know. It does just about everything you can think of. CPS 1, 2, 3. Plays all of them. You got Sega. They're like 1, 2, 16X and Y boards it supports. Okay, you get hit by ducking. Okay, so you gotta hit the face, but you have a very limited window to do it, because he will just... You either get hit with his hands, or you get hit by the spikes. I do love the music, though. This is great. Oh, that almost got me. See, I think one more hit and he's dead. So I think he takes 8 hits. I think it's like almost every single version of Robotnik takes 8, really. There we go. So Sonic 3 technically beaten right now, if I remember correctly. Yep. So if you're playing just Sonic 3 as it is, this would be end of the game. Sonic's like, yeah, I'm perfectly fine to fall into my death. I don't know about you. And extinction event when that hits the ground. Kaboom. Alright, now we're into Sonic and Knuckles territory, where the game gets dramatically harder. This is where you normally go and say, hey, look at all the Chaos Emeralds I have, and I have 1. Oh look, I can do this now. Oh no! How could I have done that? Easily. Very, very easily. I mean, you shouldn't really be shocked at this point. Is it respawn? No, it doesn't respawn. Okay. So I just remember when this came out, just thinking like, man, why is this game so hard? It's like, and like I said, then we find out many years later that like, oh yeah, this is actually the other half of Sonic 3. So if you play them back-to-back, the difficulty is a little more manageable, but if you're just starting off raw, it's a little bit trickier to navigate. In my opinion, at least. Oh, okay, I shouldn't have just gone for it. Woodcutter bot, no! Paul Bunyan bot. So if you think back to the original Mega Man, like all these robots had like functions, you know. What do like all the rest of like the robots have functions for? Like what exactly do they do? I mean the first Mega Man, like sure, but then after that everything was just kind of messed up. It's like, why would you build a robot that throws like metal blades in people's faces? And not call him Murderbot. It just seems like a missed opportunity for Wily. Oh, by the way, one of the many things I blew a lot of my tax return on was a pseudo Saturn, because I didn't feel like taking apart my Sega Saturn and possibly screwing it up by trying to make a pseudo myself. Because you have to do a very, very harsh trick on it. Basically, which is like a swap trick, which I do not... It is not recommended that you do that at all at any point on your Sega Saturn. So I decided to bite the bullet. I bought one off of eBay for like $30 or so from Hong Kong. Works great, no problem. So I'm supposed to be getting my Retro Tink by hopefully Saturday. We'll see in theory. I mean, if you buy anything from Castlevania Games, just get ready to not be able to play it ever. You know, I'm still waiting for like my Sega Genesis controllers to come. Sega Saturn controllers, I mean. So like, hey, we're almost done with like the with all the USB ones. The USB ones stopped us from shipping them out. It's like, why don't you just do a split shipping then? People are waiting for the shit. Like, no, we'll ship it all together, and then like, okay, cool, we got the USB controllers in. Oh, by that we mean not the Sega Saturn ones that people have been waiting for. So yeah, Castlevania Games, not the best track record, cannot recommend. But yet somehow these people keep getting... Whee! They keep getting contracts for stuff, which blows my mind. Okay, must do better. That was not better. That was good nod dab. I must do, yeah. Evil Bay is bad and wrong. There needs to be a better word for the stronger word for it. Like Gnadab or Badong. Yes, yes. Killing is Badong. And I will do the opposite of that. Gnadab. If you've never seen Kung Pao Enter the Fist, you need to totally rectify that mistake of your life. It is an amazing movie. One where there's supposed to be a sequel made, and like 16, 17 years later, we're still waiting. Now, when like Kung Pao Enter the Fist came out, it didn't play in my theater, like where I was living in New Hampshire at the time, so that's not surprising. We only had like one movie theater within like 60 miles, or just about 100 miles, I'd say. And it was terrible. So I had to pirate the original version off the internet, which is great because it was like a cam quality, which for like Kung Pao Enter the Fist looked perfect, because it looked, the entire thing was like low quality. We're talking like 2001 or so, 2000. So it was a cam quality, it was really good cam quality, but it blended everything perfectly together. So like you really had a hard time distinguishing what was the parts that they edited in and what was the original parts, which is Tiger and Crane Fist, which I actually own. So that was really awesome to see that. But yeah, I think it's out of print. I don't think they've ever put it on Blu-ray, but it is one of my favorite movies. Pardon me. And take that, no internet for you, Forrest. You get no Facebook. I was like, okay, I need to jump over this thing. I don't think I'm gonna make it now. Nope. Blink. Ooh, they made that smooth. That's interesting. It used to be kind of like jerky looking. So they smoothed out his animation for him climbing hand over hand. Just a small little thing I've noticed. Like, oh, that's neat. Yeah, we'll avoid it. Oh, you can also fall into these cylinders at any angle now. That's awesome, too. Because I was thinking, oh, crap, I'm just going to jump right through. Because if you went... I'm probably going to screw myself over, but in the past, you had to enter in, like, directly as this was right here. And then it starts spinning around, but if you jumped into it, you just fall right through it. So that's a cool change. I just noticed that right now. It's like, oh, that's neat. Which I'm surprised actually I noticed it, because usually I don't. Okay, instant death. Good to know. Good to know. Experimenting, finding things out. Oops. Still fall out of them easy, though. Forgot about that. Like, oh yeah, someone would shoot at enemies. Oops. And spinning the wrong way. Good job. I am awesome. Okay. It's like, oh wait, that's gonna come down. Yep, it did. Right on my head. Oh yes, I love this boss. Boss that hurts itself. Why are you hitting yourself? Best boss ever. 10 out of 10. Sonic just grooves to the beat. Okay, game. It's like, nope, we're gonna need that input. Happens sometimes. Okay, let go, please. Thank you. Sonic. I was like, oh, alright, thread the needle, and screwed up. Again. Right. Jackport. Man, it is stingy tonight. I got jackpot earlier, so... Hey, there we go. That's cool, I'll take it. That was timeout. Not enough speed. Save me, Superman! Okay, another checkpoint. Awesome. Okay, I stand by my earlier statement, or retract it, that this is now the best boss. Good going, game. Ah, yes, this boss. Ugh. Alright. Ow. Can't remember what level's next. I'm actually going to be calling it right after this in a second. Sandopolis. Okay. That's a good place to stop for now. So thank you for hanging out, everybody. I really do appreciate anyone who comes by my streams and watches my mediocrity. It's always cool. So definitely want to give out shout-outs to the Couch Lord, Nimix, and Ronnie as well, who showed up and said stuff here too. I'm trying to remember who else was there. Cloud Strife, X-Ray Tech. I haven't seen it in a while as well, so it's all cool. Let's see, who else showed up? John Shruzi, I think it is. I'm probably saying your name wrong. I apologize if I am, because I am terrible at Twitch names. And of course, anybody else who is lurking, because lurking is totally cool in my channel and always welcomed. The only time that's not is if there is an audio problem. Just let me know, and then I'm all cool with it, and I'll let you go back to lurking. I promise I won't talk to you. But anyway, if you decide to come back to my next stream, probably will be tomorrow. We'll have to see. Feels like rain's coming, because I have really bad arthritis. But I do stream at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you don't know when that is, just type that into Google, and it will tell you for wherever you are in the world, which is why Google is awesome. You can also check me out on Twitter at Wurzel555 if you feel like coming back to the stream again, which is also cool again. Because usually I post up about 2-3 hours in advance what I'll be streaming, and if or something comes up, like if I have to delay my stream, or if my back hurts too much, or my health isn't too great, then I'll post up on there saying, hey, I'm canceling or whatever, which does happen from time to time, just so that way you're kept in the loop. So that's all good and going here. It doesn't look like we have anybody else to host up. So next stream, probably will be do a Bayonetta 2 run. I mean, last couple times I tried to do a Bayonetta 2 stream, do a speed run for it. Just went horribly, horribly wrong. Twitch was dropping things like crazy. But hopefully on Saturday, we'll be getting my new RetroTink 2X in. Hopefully it doesn't have any audio problems. If it does, like the other ones, I'm just going to lose it after waiting like 6 months to get one. Just have them all crap out. But if I get it, I'll be doing a Sega Saturn stream, because I've been wanting to do that with real hardware for the longest time, so that'll be cool too. So most likely Bayonetta 2 speedrun next time. We'll see what happens. But thank you so much for hanging out, and hopefully see you again next stream.